Welcome to the Hank Cisco Show, ladies and gentlemen. I'm an honorary, what am I? I'm an honorary Irishman today, okay? And I have two very distinguished Irishmen here. And we're going to talk about Ireland, and we're going to talk about St. Patrick's Day, and we're going to talk about St. Patrick. You know, great saint, March the 17th. Two great saints in 1 month, St. Patrick and St. Joseph. You know, two great saints. In New Orleans, they have a parade. They have a combined St. Patrick's and St. Joseph celebration, you know. But the 17th of March is St. Patrick's Day. And we have an organization that is very active in Swedesburg. And I want you to meet the president. I'll let him introduce himself. Mark, tell him who you are.
Hi, folks. My name is
Over
Mark.
here. Right. Okay.
My name is Mark Ryan. I'm the current president of AOH Division Number 1, Notre Dame Division of Montgomery County in Swedesburg. So,
and you're located over in Swedesburg, right? What all you do over there?
well, the AOH is a Catholic fraternal organization, and our motto is fraternity, unity, and Christian charity. And what we try to do is promote Irish American culture.
Right.
And we have a number of activities. Of course, this being the month of March, we have our St. Patrick's Day coming up on March 10th.
March 10th, yeah.
And leading into that, we have an Irish
That'll
coffee
be in
contest.
Conshohocken, right?
That's in Conshohocken, correct.
Right.
2 o'clock, Saturday, March 10th.
Start 2 o'clock, right down Fayette Street, right?
Right down, yeah. It's all downhill, so.
Right, okay. Nobody gets hurt. All right, now, Father, tell us who you are and where you're from, and tell. I know you're very active in the Irish movement. I'm going to call it movement or gathering or celebration.
That's a good name for it. They're all good names for it.
All
Hank.
good names.
They're all
right.
good names for it.
Good.
I'm Father Bill Grogan. Actually, I'm the pastor of All Saints Parish in Bridesburg in Philadelphia.
Bridesburg.
But I am the chaplain of the Notre Dame Division of the AOH, Division Number 1, Montgomery County in Swedesburg.
Were you born in Ireland?
I was not, no. Actually, I was, my grandparents are the ones who are the immigrants. But my parents are Philadelphians. I grew up, actually, just down the street from where we are here now. I grew up on Trooper Road in Port Kennedy.
No kidding.
Right in the shadow of St. Teresa's Church.
Oh, yeah,
actually.
yeah. Father Kelly used to be pastor there.
That's right,
you know,
and I
yeah.
go back before Father Kelly as well. But, you know, my Irish heritage is something that's very rich and powerful kind of motivation in my family. Right. And celebrating that on the 17th of March, of course, is
right.
It's like no other celebrations you'd ever want
Right.
to have.
Well, you know, people say, well, St. Patrick's, we say, well, it's a celebration day. We drink, we have food, but St. Patrick's, you know, tell us about St. Patrick.
Well, St. Patrick was the first real missionary. Lived in the 5th century. He was actually born probably somewhere in Wales, in British Wales. And he was captured as a slave, carted off as a slave when he was a teenager, and sent to live in Ireland. And later on, managed to run away from the slavery, and found himself in France, where he was educated, and went back as a missionary to Ireland to bring. He was the first of the Christian missionaries in Ireland. What was magical about St. Patrick is since St. Paul in the very first century, St. Patrick was the next guy in line to take Christianity to anywhere where the Roman Empire was not yet. And
he was dropping seeds, right?
He was indeed. Patrick was a remarkable character like that, an original character like that in the whole history of Christianity. Really a stunning individual.
Now, when we the symbol of the Irish, you know. Naturally, green is the color, okay? But the shamrock, you know. Everything's a shamrock. I mean, you show that right away, you know it's Irish, you know.
Right.
But the religious aspects of it.
Yes, Patrick was fond of using local images and figures and
Well, people couldn't understand. He would use, I see what you mean.
signs and images that would have some resonance with the people in Ireland. And of course, shamrocks are a native plant to Ireland, and occasionally you will find growing in other places, but they don't fare well everywhere outside of Ireland. Patrick used the image of the shamrock to explain how this one plant here can have 3 distinct leaves, and he used that as an image for the Christian image of the Trinity. The Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit united as one, and yet 3 distinct images, if you will, of how we imagine God to be.
Oh, God. See, you know, it's always good to find out more about the history. I always use that term. Harry Truman, the president, says, what's new? The history we haven't read.
Yeah, there we go.
Bringing in this, that's why I want this show. This show is covered by Comcast and Verizon, a good part of Montgomery County. And about people listening to you talk will get a little more of an understanding. It's just in a ha ha ha, you know, stuff. But like I say, what happened, Mike? Oh man, don't.
Oh, we can't let you lose that today.
Man, don't do that. But now we have an organization like yours, the president. You're also a lawyer. Tell me something about yourself.
Yeah, I'm a lawyer. I've been practicing 30 years in Norristown. I've been with the AOH since about 1995. And it's a great organization. I'm involved with the pipe band as well, which we have in the AOH, and I've been involved with that probably since joining the AOH. So.
Well, next week I want to have some. I wanted some Irish singers and dancers. Are we making any contact with anybody?
Well, I think you met Oliver McElhone.
Yeah, one guy's going to sing.
He's going to be here. So.
What's his name?
Oliver McElhone.
Okay.
And Oliver's a great Irish musician and
I met him.
quite a character.
Beard, right,
so yeah,
right.
So we'll see.
We'll get somebody. You know, we'll lasso, get somebody in here. And then even if I had to sing, when Irish eyes are smiling. How's that? That blend with this?
Do you know what it'll do?
And as the applause dies down. Yeah. But now you do have, I see here you have, what does this mean now? The coffee contest.
Well, we like to get the community involved. So every year, before the parade, we have an Irish coffee contest, and local taverns and also firehouses are invited to come and compete, and it helps us to raise funds for our charities.
What do you mean contest? What's it?
Well,
tastes the best? Or,
well, yeah, they make an Irish coffee and
Irish coffee. That's a little something in there that's in the bottle.
A little something to cheer it up. Yes,
yeah,
indeed.
it's coffee with something extra, and it could be Irish whiskey. It could be like Irish cream.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So
yeah, I went to the islands one time and they got bottled Irish whiskey, but that has cream in it. Was it? What is it? What is it?
Well, yeah, that's the Irish cream. It's like
Irish
a cream liquor.
Yeah, that's liqueur.
Hank, I wonder if you know where Irish coffee came from.
No.
Do you know
well, you tell me that's what you're here for.
I will
indeed. Tell me about it.
Irish coffee was actually invented in the airport at Shannon in Ireland. You know, Shannon is the international airport of the west coast of Ireland. And in the late 1940s and early 1950s, as international air travel was just getting started, of course, there's Irish Americans by the millions who were clamoring to go back and visit Ireland, visit the homeland. But all they had was an old Quonset hut of a terminal in Shannon. And with the nasty, rainy, raw weather, the travelers always needed something to warm them up and cheer them up a little bit.
Kick it up a notch.
And it was in the departure lounge at the Shannon Airport that Irish coffee was invented.
Here?
Well,
no,
hardly,
No?
hardly. But that's a fair representation, I must say, one of the things that Irish coffee certainly has been good for ever since.
Oh, yeah?
To warm you up and cheer you up at the same time.
Well, it's good, you know. When I was a policeman, we used to walk the beat. You know, coffee was our best friend. You know,
There you
keep
go.
warm.
Yes,
you
indeed.
know. And but we didn't spike it though on duty, afterwards maybe, but not on duty. But this is great here. In other words, this contest is going to be the March the 8th at the at your
AOH
club.
Hall there, on
Right.
342 Jefferson Street.
Yeah,
Swedesburg.
732 Jefferson Street in Swedesburg, right?
That's correct.
And you open what? I mean, open at 5 o'clock or so. What time your hours there?
Well,
When the club
the club is
members have to be a member.
It's a private club, yeah. You have to be a member, and a member can bring in a guest or two.
Good.
On the evening of the Irish Coffee Contest, it's like an open house, so
Yeah.
anybody can come in and participate, at least observe the contest. And the judging's actually done by former Grand Marshals and the current Grand Marshal of our
Who's the
St.
grand? Is it a secret or who's the grand?
No,
marshal?
the Grand Marshal is James Flood. He's an attorney in Norristown.
Flood, yeah, I know him.
And Jim's been actively involved in our AOH for a number of years, I think beginning in the early 1990s. He runs our golf outing every year, which is one of our major fundraisers for our charitable activities. He's also instrumental in helping us acquire our AOH Hall.
Now, you have a newsletter here, very good newsletter, you know. And I see you have where you have sponsors, people can sponsor.
Yeah,
right?
there are gold sponsors, and most of those.
And also this year's for the parade, right?
That's correct.
Tell me if somebody wants to be a sponsor now. What's the scoop?
Well, it's probably a little late to be a sponsor for the parade because it actually went to print.
Well, we'll get it for
early
next
this
year.
week. Yeah, but
you know,
if you're a gold sponsor, you get to be an ad in our newsletter for
right.
the whole year.
And then
so.
for the book for the parade.
And the ad book
And
for
what's
the
that
parade.
about? $250?
Well, that's a what they call a green sponsor. So yeah, $250
Okay.
for a green sponsor. Regular full page ad is $100.
Well, you know, that's what you want to keep. You want to keep an organization going, and I think it's so good that we have diversity, different nationalities. You know, like Italian club that have come from the certain parts of Italy. Like my parents, they come from Sicily, Sciacca, a little town. You know,
Well,
the MSS and you know the
That's
Parmesan.
what's great about Norristown, Bridgeport area. There's a lot of different ethnic groups,
Right.
and the
Like
AOH is part of it in the Irish, but we're also there, right down the street from us is Swedesburg Fire Company. It's
Right.
mostly Polish.
Right.
And the Sacred Heart Parish right down the street. And we're all involved together. When
Right.
they have a function, we try to help them out, and vice versa.
Right.
So, yeah, it's a great community right there in Swedesburg, and we're lucky to be
yeah,
there.
I think that the month of March should be, you know.
The month of March is a
Right.
big celebration of St. Patrick, of
Right,
course, everywhere
right.
you turn. But do you know, that celebration of ethnic diversity and really going out of your way to honor the diverse ethnic populations, that's a big part of the origins of the ancient order of Hibernians in the first third of the 19th
When you say-
century.
Wait, not to interrupt you. Hibernians. Now, tell me, I have a hard time pronouncing it, but
Hibernia?
what's the scoop on that? Is that a town in Ireland? or?
Hibernia is the old Latin name for the island, for the country of Ireland. The name for it was Hibernia. And
Well, they changed it because nobody could pronounce it, I guess.
because nobody
right?
could pronounce it, yeah. Yeah. And the AOH was founded in New York City specifically to care for the Irish immigrants in the first third of the 19th century when immigration from Ireland was
Took
such
care
a...
of each other. When they come over, they didn't know
Yes,
anybody else.
indeed.
You know,
Correct.
you know,
Yes,
just
indeed.
what like the ghettos. They called it ghettos. Actually, means the fact that people of different nationalities, whether they were Jewish, whether they were Italian, whether they're Irish, whether Puerto Rican, they come here. They want to go with your paisans.
I know you've seen the stories, too, of the tenement living in Manhattan in that time period and how horrific some of those circumstances were. Immigrant groups, one after another, met a lot of hostility when they arrived.
Oh, yeah.
In the 19th century.
Right.
And groups like the Ancient Order of Hibernians formed specifically to care for the immigrants, to care for these minority populations.
Right. You know, there's a lady, oh, I wish I should have brought the book. She wrote a book about the church. It's in North Broad Street, an Irish parish. Used to be Irish.
St. Malachi's?
What is it?
St. Malachi's.
Yeah,
I bet that's
she
it,
wrote a
yeah.
book about that
Right.
lady, and then she wrote a little. She did a little biography on me about Norristown. But I read that book, and let me tell you, the Irish had a hard time. Like the cathedral in Philadelphia don't have any windows because they were breaking the windows, and they put the stones there.
Well,
So
there was a large anti-Catholic prejudice back then. The Know Nothing parties, they didn't want the immigrants, they didn't want the Irish or the Catholics.
something, you know.
The AOH was formed to basically protect the church and the priest and also the community. So.
And now we're going to hear some music from Father, come all the way from Philadelphia. Now he's got a singer. Okay, so I want you to introduce. Who's this singer you brought?
This is Oliver McElhone.
And he's going to sing Irish songs.
Oh, wait till you hear it, he's the best.
And he plays the guitar and everything?
Yes, indeed. Yes,
Do you
indeed.
sing?
Poorly.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen. All right, enjoy the music, enjoy the food, enjoy life. Thank you.
Good job.
All the little boats are gone from the breast of Annalapee. The ferrymen are stranded on the quay, and the Dublin docks are dying, and a way of life is gone. Over Molly, over can you see, where the strawberry beds sweep down to the Liffey, kiss away the worries from my bride. I love you well today, I love you more tomorrow. Do you ever love me, Molly, love me now? It's the only job I had. It was hard but never lonely. The Liffey ferry made a man of me. Now it's gone without a whisper, forgotten even now. Silver Molly, over can you see, where the strawberry beds sweep down to the Liffey, kiss away the worries from my pride. I love you well today, I love you more tomorrow. Do you ever love me, Molly, love me now? I'll tend to the yard, and I spend my days a-talking. I hear them whisper Charlie's on the door. But Molly, we're still young, and darling, we're still living. The river never had my heart and soul. Where the strawberry beds sweep down to the Liffey, kiss away the worries from my bride. I love you well today, I love you more tomorrow. Do you ever love me, Molly, love me now? Where the strawberry beds sweep down to the Liffey, kiss away the worries from my bride. I love you well today, I love you more tomorrow. Do you ever love me, Molly, love me now? If you ever love me, Molly, love me now. By a lonely prison wall, I hear the young girl calling. Michael, they are taking you away, for you stole Trevilian's corn, so the young might see the morn. A prison ship lies waiting in the bay. Low lie the fields of Athenry, where once we watched the small free bird fly. Our love was on the wing, we had dreams dreams and songs to sing. It's so lonely round the fields of Bath and Rye, or that lonely prison wall. I hear that young man calling. Nothing matters, Mary, when you're free. Between the famine and the crime, I rebelled, they ran me down. I must raise our child with dignity. Low lie the fields of Bath and Rye, where once we watched the small free bird fly. Our love was on the wing, we had dreams and songs to sing. It's so lonely round the fields of Bath and Rye, or that lonely harbour wall. She watched the last star fall in as the prison ship sailed out against the sky. Oh, I'll wait and hope and pray for my love in Body Bay, for it's lonely round the fields of Bath and Rye. Low lie the fields of Bath and Rye, where once we watched the small free bird fly. Our love was on the wing, we had dreams and songs to sing. It's so lonely round the fields of Bath and Rye. Low lie the fields of Bath and Rye, where once we watched the small free bird fly. Our love was on the wing, we had dreams and songs to sing. It's so lonely round the fields of Bath and Rye. It's so lonely round the fields of Bath and Rye. In the year of our Lord 1806, we set sail from the cold Key of Cork. We were sailing away with a cargo of bricks, built a grand city hall in New York. We had an Alec craft, she was ship fore and aft, and how the trade winds drove her. She had 23 masts, she stood several blasts, they called her the Irish Rover. There was Barney McGee from the banks of the Lee, there was Hogan from County Tyrone. There was John D. McGork, who was scared stiff of work, and a chap from Westmeath called Malone. There was Slugger O'Toole, he was strong as a roe, and fighting Jack Tracy from Dover. And your man, Mick McCann, from the banks of the Bann, was the skipper on the Irish Rover. We had 1 million bags on the best Sligo rag. We had 2 million barrels of bone. We had 3 million bales of old nanny goat's tails, with 4 million barrels of bone. We had 5 million hogs, we had 6 million sons, 7 million barrels of porter. We had 8 million sides of blind horses' hides in the hull on the Irish rover. We'd sailed several years when the measles broke out and our ship lost its way in the fog. And the whole of the crew was reduced down to two, myself and the captain's old dog. Well, the ship hit a rock, oh Lord, what a shock. She nearly tumbled over. She spun 3 times around, sure the pearl dog was drowned. I'm the lass on the Irish rover. Yes, I was going over the Cork and Kerry mountains. I met my Captain Farrell and it's funny he was counted. I first produced my pistol, I then produced my rapier. Stand and deliver, or you are a bold saviour with the ring of a Durham and I. Whack Paul, me daddy-o, whack Paul, me daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar. I counted out this money and it made a pretty penny. I put it in my pocket and I took it home to Jenny. She sighed and she swore she never would forsake me. They won't take no women, or they never know no easy with the ring of a Durham and I. Whack Paul, me daddy-o, whack Paul, me daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar. I went up to my bed for to take a slumber, friend the gold and jewels, and sure it was no wonder. Jenny stole me charges, she filled them up with the water, sent for Captain Farrell to be ready for the slaughter with the ring of a Durham and I. Whack Paul, me daddy-o, whack Paul, me daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar. It was early in the morning, just before I rode to travel. Up came a band of footmen, and likewise Captain Farrell. I went for my pistol, it stole away my rapier. Couldn't shoot the water, so a prisoner I was taken with the ring of a Durham and I. Whack Paul, me daddy-o, whack Paul, me daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar. If there's anyone can aid me, it's me brother in the army. I could find a station me in Cork or in Killarney, and we would go a-roaming in the hills of Kilkenny. Sure, it treat me better than me darling sport and Jenny, with your ring of a Durham and I. Whack Paul, me daddy-o, whack Paul, me daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar, with your ring of a Durham and I. Whack Paul, me daddy-o, whack Paul, me daddy-o, whiskey in the jar. In a neat little town they call Belfast, on apprentice to trade I was bound. In many's a happy hour I spent down in that neat little town. Oh, the sad misfortune came over me and forced me to stray from my land, far away from our friends and relations, to follow the black velvet band. Her eyes, they shone like the diamonds, you'd think she was queen of the land, and her hair hung over her shoulders, tied up with a black velvet band. Yes, I was walking down Broadway, not intended to stay very long. Sure, I met with this frolic young damsel as she came tripping along. Oh, what she took out of her pocket, and she placed it right into me hand. Sure, the very first day that I met her, I looked at her black velvet band. Her eyes, they shone like the diamonds, you'd think she was queen of the land, and her hair hung over her shoulders, tied up with a black velvet band. All before the judge and the jury. Next morning we both did appear, and the gentleman claimed his jewelry. The case against us was clear. 7 long years transportation, right down a Van Diemen's land, far away from our friends and relations, to follow the black velvet band. All together, her eyes, they shone like the diamonds. You'd think she was queen of the land, and her hair hung over her shoulders, tied up with a black velvet band. Her eyes, they shone like the diamonds. You'd think she was queen of the land, and her hair hung over her shoulders, tied up with a black velvet band.
There's nothing like good Irish music, good for the soul. There's nothing like good Irish food for the stomach, okay? And Mark Ryan's wife, what's her first name?
Jackie.
All right. She made this Irish stew. Oh, my God. So before we do that, let that set a little bit. Tell us what your organization does. I know you do sponsor, you help people, different organizations.
Well,
Tell us what you
one of
do.
our big things is Catholic education, supporting Catholic education, and we do that in a number of ways. We support the 2 local high schools here in this area, Archbishop John Carroll and Pope John Paul II, and we do what they call, we have 2 scholarships each year, the partial scholarships to each of those schools, and currently we have 8 students attending those schools that receive assistance from us.
You also help out the fire company over there at Swedesburg. You work along with them?
Yeah, Swedesburg actually helped us out before we ever even had a hall. They allowed us to meet there. They also allowed our pipe band to practice
you
there.
got your pipe. Tell us about your pipe.
Well, we started a pipe band in the early 90s, and they were gracious enough to permit us to practice there. And, you know, we sounded pretty bad. I mean, you can imagine, you know, squeezing a cat, and that was probably pretty close to what it sounded like.
It's good that it gives organizations to help each other, you know. And I think that's the greatest thing, the diversity.
And in addition to that, we help some of the local elementary schools during the month of March. We do a food drive in association with the elementary schools in the area, and through their assistance, we're able to make a rather large contribution to the Patrician Society in Norristown.
Right.
Their food
they help a
pantry.
lot.
We also
homeless.
sponsor 3 seminarians who are attending.
Continue.
Well, 2 of them are at Philadelphia's.
St. Charles.
St. Charles.
St. Charles Seminary, right.
And there's one attending who is down in Maryland, right?
Right, at Mount St. Mary's
Mount St.
Seminary
Mary's,
in
okay.
Emmitsburg.
So.
But so actually, with your bagpipe, sometime I know they went over. They had a muscle eating contest over Jimmy Chick's.
Oh,
The
yeah,
band
that's
was
another
there.
thing, right.
So they're always there to help out them there. And then Pat Mascara now has took over the Columbus Monument now. You know, I'm the founder, but he's
Okay.
take. So we're going to have a lot of things there talking about different. He wants to do something about different nationalities, about some history from each one in the area, like. And so I think it's just great that we get these different people involved. You know, so maybe Columbus Day you'll have a couple bagpipe guys go over there and do a couple of little songs. or
Oh,
something.
try to hook you up. We'll have to
That'd be great.
learn.
We have the Knights of Columbus comes over, you know. So
Okay, another good
it'd be great.
organization.
So
The band has shown up at some wonderful places, I have to tell you, Hank. But you know, among the charitable works and the volunteer works of our organization, we've been very much involved with the Freedoms Foundation, specifically the Medal of Honor Grove that's in the back of the Freedoms Foundation in Valley Forge. An extraordinary effort that
Now, that's something
our
people should
division,
know.
yes, our division and Division 2 and it is in Limerick.
Well, and there's also Division 1 in Westchester, the
Right.
Wolftown Division. Mick Dunleavy, he's very been a big part of getting the AOH involved.
very actively engaged in the volunteer work at the Medal of Honor Grove. I don't know if you've ever been to the Medal of Honor Grove. It's back behind the Freedoms Foundation.
The Freedom Foundation. I remember they had.
Yeah,
a
you would,
special-
you would have seen that. A whole back section of that is dedicated to Congressional Medal of Honor winners from all 50 states.
How about that?
And they're memorialized there in the back of the Freedoms Foundation.
You know, that'd be nice. Maybe we get the school students to go over there and film that and then show it on the show. You know, let
Absolutely.
people see it because not everybody can
Absolutely.
get there, you know.
Well, yeah, and actually there's an acre dedicated to each of the states, and the Medal of Honor winners from those states, they have a little blast plaque that's there. And they had a number of school children that were involved in helping restore the area. It had gotten into a state of disrepair, and through the efforts of organizations such as the AOH and some of the VFWs and American Legions and other organizations,
Now,
they've really brought it
I'm going to
back.
jump to another subject. Your parade, you prepare for your parade. How do you prepare and what do you participate and what does your people do?
Practice, practice, practice.
Practice.
We're
Well-
leading the parade. You know, actually, Irish Thunder, the
Oh, yeah,
pipe
talk
band,
about that. Talk about the
pipe
thunder.
band is leading the parade down Fayette Street in Conshohocken on March the 11th. I can't wait. It's going to be a really fine.
Well, it's
fine
actually March
time.
10th.
March
March
10th.
10th,
That's Saturday,
yeah.
March 10th.
And but you'll have your people who march with these, right?
Well, yeah, all the grand marshals from past will be, and the current one will be wearing their sashes. We have an organization that runs the parade. It's not actually the AOH, but it's a separate organization, which the AOH is one of the main sponsors for. And District Justice Jim Gallagher, he's the chairman of that organization.
yeah,
and
yeah.
he does a great job every year. He
Bridgeport.
and his
He's a
committee.
former Northtown policeman.
He
Correct.
is, yes.
Yeah.
All right, good
So
friend
it's
of
a
mine.
big job, and they really do a nice job with that.
It's an
Yeah.
excellent, excellent parade.
Right. What you going to be in the parade?
Absolutely. Yes.
And you walk?
I do indeed.
You walk?
Yeah, yes.
How many miles is it? About,
It's less than, it's
just from the
probably
top of the hill to the
maybe
bottom.
a mile,
From the
but it's
top
all
of the hill to the
downhill.
I'm thinking
bottom
of
of the hill.
Philadelphia.
It's-
Yeah.
Do you participate in Philadelphia?
We have in years past.
Yeah.
We have a conflict because
Yeah, it's tough.
we're all over the place. We go to Somerville, New Jersey on the same day, and we've been in New York St. Patrick's Day Parade
Oh, yeah?
twice. Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
You know. Well, we want to do something. We don't have nothing in Norristown, no parade no more. So I'm going to. One year I got O'Donnell, fire chief.
Well,
And
you
we
have
have a green fire truck, and we got on there, and I was on there with a green hat or something, and we went with the sirens going up and down Norristown. Now maybe I'm going to call the chief and say, let's do something on the 17th.
Yeah.
well, Norristown's is hosting the Firemen's Convention.
Where? Oh yeah, the firemen.
Well, we'll be marching in that. with
Oh,
the
okay.
King of Prussia Fire
yeah,
Companies,
I'm
and
helping out on that.
That's big.
I'm the
in-
ambassador. I'm going to
Okay.
be involved in that, you know.
That's the end of September of
Yeah,
this
so
year.
that would be good, you know, to have a little something. You know what? I think every restaurant should have an Irish weekend. Have put on the menu cabbage, ham and cabbage, and Irish stew. Okay, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, because. And then my wife, she used to sing, but she's Alzheimer's now, so she loved to sing. She's and everything. So we're going to go over the nursing home on New Hope Street, Senior Suites. We went there Christmas time, about 10, 15 of us, and we sang Christmas
Okay,
carols.
great.
Now we're going to sing Irish songs here on the 17th, 3 o'clock, and so I got all my stuff what I'm gonna wear, we're going to sing songs. Let me see, his hat's over this way, put over here. No, I got to put this over here first. And where is it? Over here. Okay. One thing here. And we're going to sing a little song. Okay. How's that?
Well, I don't think they'll have any
All
trouble
right.
picking you out in the
I
crowd.
think it's about time we get something to eat now. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Come on, manja. Come
Right.
on. And your wife's name was
Jackie.
Jackie. Salud. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks a lot for allowing us to come into your home And it's so happy, I'm so happy to be able to participate and help an organization helping other people. One hand washes the other, okay? So ladies and gentlemen, enjoy yourself. Forget about all this here problems throughout the world. Take care of your family, okay? And may God bless each and every one of you, okay? God bless. Grazie.
Thanks, Hank.
Okay.
Thanks, Hank.
Right.
What a
Here's to our
pleasure.
health, everybody. Right? Alla salute.
Oh, my name is McNamara, I'm the leader of the band. Although we're few in numbers, we're the finest in the land. We play at wakes and weddings and at every fancy ball. But when it comes to funerals, we play the best of all. Oh, the drums go bang, cymbals clang, the horns all blare away. McCarthy pumps the old bassoon, and I the pipes do play. Oh, Hennessy, Tennessee toodles the flute, and the music is something grand. A credit to old Ireland, it's McNamara's band. Fa la la la, la 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 la, fa la la la, la 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 la, fa la la la, la 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 la. La 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 la.